Rigor here from Rigor's Garage and Boat Basin. Today we're starting episode 11. We're putting fiberglass on the new Coosa board transom in the Grady white. I hope you enjoy this episode. If you do, please like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. So I'm starting out with a layer of chop strand mat on, here's the raw Coosa board transom. What I've done is I measured down to the deepest part of the boat, 55 inches, and then I cut a piece of chop strand mat, and if you see the little clips I put on the top, kind of hold it in place, and then I've gone around and started cutting in the first layer of chop strand mat to go on the transom. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, I'll start wetting this down with resin. Got the chop strand mat spread all over the transom. Now on to some resin. Well, half a gallon of resin later, got all the chop strand mat put in on the transom, and all I got to do now is wait for it to harden, and then do a little grinding of the little pointy things that stick up here and there. Not much exciting about mixing up a half gallon of resin, a little at a time, and rolling it on, but that was the basic approach. I mixed it to about somewhere between a 1% and 1.5%, and wherever you go, there you are. Okay, okie dokie smoky, here's where we're at. I did some grinding on the chop strand mat that I put on the transom. If you take a look, and cleaned up little bumps, little grinding. I vacuumed it. I washed it down with water, vacuumed out the bilge. Everything is dry, and now I'm putting up 1708. Now, if you know what 1708 is, that's basically 17-ounce woven roving. And then on the back, let me get a piece here. This is the 17-ounce woven roving. You can see that it's sewn in here, and then what's sewn on the other side is chop strand mat. Basically, I believe it's 17-ounce woven roving and 8-ounce chop strand mat. So this is basically a 25-ounce cloth. Bulks up, and it's particularly strong. So I've got that on the transom. I cut it to size. Now I cut it in such a way that it's the same size as the transom. Now if you notice, you'll see down there, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of gray, but that's the chop strand mat, and that goes on to part of the boat. What I've got is some more 1708 that has been cut to a narrow size. I think it's 10 inch. And what I'll do is I will take and tab this layer all around the edges from basically over there by the little hole. And then when I put the other piece up here, I'll tab into the boat, so it'll tie basically the transom and the fiberglass all into the hull in all locations. So next step here, get out the resin and start rolling it out. Not particularly exciting, but what can I say? Well, what I've done is I've lifted up the the piece of 1708, and I'm about to mix up some resin and put it on the transom. I usually mix up small amounts of resin to make sure it is properly catalyzed. I've got this little bottle full of catalyst, MEKP, and I know that if I use the bottom line for that one glass, I'm at somewhere around 1 to 2%. And I've determined this by weighing it with a digital scale. Okie doke, and where's my roller? Oh, there it is. Now, I don't want to go hog wild with the catalyst. It's 85 degrees out today, a little warm. This isn't particularly exciting, just sitting here rolling resin out, although it's part of the job. Okay, resin all rolled out. Okay, do a little smoothing. Mix up some more resin. Basically, we just sit there and do this over and over and over again. watch, you'll find out the resin has a tendency to slightly change its color. This particular resin takes on a brownish tinge. When you put the MEKP in it. Now you noticed I took the clamps off. It's pretty much stuck in place by the resin. This will easily take a half a gallon of resin or more to wet this out. Parts of this are going to have to be ground off. Basically, the resin set up too quickly to get good adherence to the Cusa board. So today at 85 degrees, way too warm, and made the resin setup really quick. Matter of fact, I switched rollers because the one I was using was starting to smoke. Definitely getting warm. What I should have done is cut this into 3 sections, the side panel being one, and then take the main panels and split it into 2 vertical sections and do 3 or more sections. Maybe I should have split the vertical ones into 2 subsections. Basically, cut one down the middle, do the top, then do the bottom, go to the next one, do the top, do the bottom. Probably would have saved a lot of resin, and I suspect tomorrow a lot of grinding time. Okay, moving on. Well, you saw the nature of my problem. Yesterday I came out here and ground this all off. Basically the problem I had was air bubbles in this area right here. It was too warm for the resin. The resin would set up. I should have split this into 2 pieces. You see the top is well attached. However, the bottom I had to grind off because the resin set up because of how warm it was, even though I catalyzed it low. I'm going to take and basically set this up as the end of part 1 of episode 11, and I will come back with part 2 as the conclusion of fiberglass and the transom. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.